The air was thick with anticipation as Donald J. Trump took the oath of office for the second time. His supporters, braving the frigid January air, erupted in cheers. Trump, never one for understatement, had promised a day of action, a day that would reshape the very fabric of America. He vowed to sign a barrage of executive orders, surpassing even the record set during his first term. These orders, he proclaimed, would make America great again. Trump's executive orders targeted a range of issues close to his heart. Immigration, a cornerstone of his previous campaign, took center stage. He pledged to reinstate the Remain in Mexico policy, forcing asylum seekers to wait outside U.S. borders. The southern border, he declared, was in a state of emergency, justifying the deployment of additional troops and resources. Drug cartels, he announced, would be branded as terrorist organizations, subject to the full force of American might. The environment, often a target of Trump's ire, faced a new wave of deregulation. Biden's restrictions on drilling were swiftly overturned, paving the way for renewed exploration in Alaska's Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. The electric vehicle mandate, championed by environmentalists, was scrapped, a victory for the traditional auto industry. Trump, ever the showman, even declared a national energy emergency, a move designed to fast-track his pro-fossil fuel agenda. Social issues, always a lightning rod for controversy, were not spared from Trump's pen. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI programs, derided by Trump as woke indoctrination, were purged from government agencies and the military. Transgender athletes, he decreed, would be barred from competing in women's sports, a move hailed by social conservatives. Control over education, he declared, would be returned to the states, a blow to federal oversight. The impact of Trump's executive blitz was immediate and far-reaching. At the southern border, chaos erupted as immigration officials, newly emboldened, began implementing the president's directives. Asylum seekers, many fleeing violence and persecution, found themselves stranded in makeshift camps, their hopes of a better life dwindling with each passing day. Environmental groups, aghast at the rollback of decades of progress, geared up for legal battles, vowing to fight Trump's agenda in the courts. Within the halls of government, a sense of unease prevailed. Career civil servants, accustomed to a more measured approach, grappled with the implications of Trump's sweeping changes. The Department of Education, stripped of its authority, braced for a wave of lawsuits from states challenging the new status quo. The military, long a bastion of tradition, found itself grappling with the ramifications of Trump's transgender ban, a move that threatened to upend unit cohesion and morale. The business world, however, greeted Trump's actions with a mixture of optimism and trepidation. The energy sector, buoyed by the promise of deregulation and renewed drilling, saw dollar signs. The tech industry, wary of Trump's protectionist instincts, nonetheless breathed a sigh of relief as the TikTok deadline was extended. The stock market, a fickle beast, initially soared on news of Trump's pro-business agenda, only to retreat later in the day as investors grappled with the uncertainty that lay ahead. Trump's executive orders, as expected, ignited a firestorm of controversy. Democrats, outraged by what they saw as an assault on American values, vowed to fight tooth and nail. Legal challenges, long anticipated, materialized with lightning speed. The ACLU, a staunch defender of civil liberties, filed suit within hours of Trump's inauguration, challenging the legality of his immigration orders. The Southern Poverty Law Center, a watchdog group that monitors hate groups, condemned Trump's rhetoric as divisive and dangerous. On the streets, protests erupted in cities across the nation. From New York to Los Angeles, from Chicago to Seattle, Americans took to the streets to voice their anger and frustration. Clashes between protesters and police, while not uncommon during Trump's first term, took on a new intensity, fueled by years of pent-up anger and resentment. Social media, a potent force in shaping public opinion, became a battleground of competing narratives, with Trump's supporters praising his boldness and his detractors denouncing his recklessness. The international community, long accustomed to America's role as a beacon of democracy, watched with a mixture of concern and bewilderment. European leaders, already at odds with Trump over trade and climate change, expressed their dismay at his actions, warning that America's standing in the world was at stake. China, locked in a bitter trade war with the United States, denounced Trump's tariffs as protectionist and counterproductive. Russia, long accused of meddling in American elections, reveled in the chaos, seeing it as confirmation of America's decline. As the sun set on Trump's first day back in office, the nation found itself at a crossroads. The path ahead was uncertain, shrouded in a fog of executive orders and legal challenges. Trump, never one to shy away from a fight, appeared energized by the controversy, relishing the opportunity to reshape America in his image. His supporters, emboldened by his victory, doubled down on their belief that he was the only one who could save the country from itself. But the long-term consequences of Trump's actions remained to be seen. Would his executive orders withstand legal scrutiny? Would his policies heal the divisions that plagued American society or exacerbate them? Would history remember him as a bold visionary or a reckless demagogue? Only time would tell.